Gentlemen, and the two girls that are watching this channel right now, including my wife, the prices that we're seeing at the moment are probably the best prices we'll see in a lifetime, or at least some of us. If you're not sure why is that, you can check out my previous video on the potential stock market crash right here. Today, I will do something that a lot of people will hate me for, and this is, I'm sorry to break it down to you guys, but you can't simply pick a market top and a market bottom. Markets represent the cumulative behavior of millions of people that are taken every single second. And if predicting the behavior of a single person is close to impossible, predicting the behavior of a million of people is million times more impossible. So why do people claim they know how? Because it makes them sound like a genius or maybe a fortune teller. And if you could, you will be all printing money, right? I mean, who doesn't want to make money on all market moves, right? Trading is not about predicting the future moves, guys. It is about taking good risk to reward trades that over the long term can bring you consistency. And now let me tell you something that nobody dares to talk about. You need to find a way of how to be consistently profitable even if your win rate is below 50%. Now, think of it for a second, guys. Even if my win rate is under 50%, okay, thanks for telling me this, Atana, so now what? Well, let's have a look at a real example, guys, so it will illuminate what I'm saying better than words. Let's have a look at the real trading example that I took this morning, and today is the 25th of March for your reference. Here is a NASDAQ trade that it took 5 minutes after the market opened, and this is London Open, and here is the screenshot before closing the trade, and as you can see, I achieved 13x's on this leg. And what is more impressive in my opinion is the time this happened for. Now, didn't know beforehand if the trade will be so quick? Of course not, guys. And do I care? Again, the answer is no. The only thing I care about is to find those high probability trades without trying to predict the market direction. And how I do that? By empowering my risk management system. And how does it work, you would ask? Here is how that works, guys. There are 3 components to finding into high probability trades. First, you need to know where price is in relation to the zones. I have a very long list of rules for zones, and I'll create a different video regarding that since it is a complicated process and usually takes a lot of time to master. But just to give you an idea, some of the best trades might be taken not necessarily within the zones like here or here, but some of the best trades are mid-range trades, as we call them. So they could be anywhere in between the range, like here, or outside of the zones, like here or here or here or here. So once the zones are found from the higher time frames, number 2 is I use a combination of many different parameters to find high probability places on the 1 minute chart, and these are certainly not indicators or candlesticks or moving averages. These are completely different set of parameters. Now 3, once those first criteria are met and I have found a high probability trading setup, I'm trying to enable a risk-free mode by taking the initial profits very early. So let me try to draw this and show you what exactly I'm looking for. So imagine we are in this position here and I'll be looking for a long trade. So let's say this is my entry and this is my stop loss. This is the distance between both, and then I'm trying to enable a risk-free mode by taking half of the position here at the break-even point. So if, let's say, just for the sake of the example, let's put this into context. So this will be my entry here. This will be my stop loss, guys. And this is the first point in which I'm offloading half of the position. So after that, the price might go either higher or lower, right? If it goes lower, I will end up with a break-even trade. If it goes higher, I might end up with a very lucrative trade. And because the price moves very quickly, this usually happens within the same minute. I mean, the price usually hits the first target or the stop loss within the first minute. Then if the price goes through the first limit, guys, I'm running a risk-free trade which can potentially reach very high returns. And if not, as I said, I end up with a break-even trade, which is the greatest feeling ever, because this trade would have been a losing trade if I didn't enable a risk-free mode, right? And as you can see, this is a very long process to just enter a trade. So in a way, I do everything possible to reduce the initial risk so that I can enjoy a very profitable ride without the emotions. It is definitely a complicated process, and I wouldn't recommend you if you're just starting out, or especially to try it on a live account, since there are a lot of additional knowledge and techniques you will need to acquire before being able to execute such trades with the knees, guys. And if you're interested to know more, you can book an available slot and I'll be happy to walk you through the process just from the link below, guys. Have you ever walked away from the charts worrying with your stomach in knots if this trade will actually go in your direction or not? This video shows you why I don't trade like that. I've been trading like that for years and I know how painful it is, so that's why I did everything possible to avoid this cycle of pain again. I'm not trying to predict where the market will go in the next 1 hour, 2 hours, 5 days. That's not the point, guys. My focus is on finding high probability setups. And once I mean my risk management system backed by my trading tools is taking over. This allows me to enter risk-free trades that honestly start taking care of themselves. So I do prioritize discipline over predictions. Predictions simply don't work. If you want to learn the exact same process of finding those high probability setups, guys, you know where to find me.